Wow, so we are back on the pod. Many thanks or no thanks to the breaking internet connection from TalkTalk Wireless. Wow, such a great broadband service. Sometimes they get to interrupt my beautiful, wonderful conversations. And of course, I was like, okay, what if I was speaking with the President of the United States? Is this the same thing you're going to do to me? I think Trump is going to be so unhappy. And he might have some harsh words for me. He'll say, you use a shithole internet. Whoa, that's just what I like to do. So, brother, you were actually trying to express certain things. You talked about how you are a multiple, AUT, Austrian champion. You were also a silver medalist at the 21st International MH Memorial Tournament, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
these victories, they've been significant for you, right? And of course, you've been competing at a high level. You are a pro right now. So, but how do you mentally prepare for these big competitions, and how do you handle the pressure in the ring?
Mentally, I always say you always have to be prepared 24/7. You always have to be mentally sharp because that what brings us to the next level,
Mm,
even in the ring or in life in general. So I always try
mm,
to train my mental health, my mentality every time because you always have
mm.
to be on point. With the pressure, it's like for me, pressure is nothing because at the end of the day, I still gotta do what I gotta do. So.
Pressure, they say, makes diamonds, bro.
If somebody
Wow.
pressure me or not, I'm still gonna do what I gotta do because I always think that I am my best friend. So either way, if somebody expects something from me or not, if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it anyways. So pressure or not doesn't mean anything to me.
Wow. So, can you walk us through what a typical training camp, looks like for you?
Yeah, like for now, we train every day, Monday to Saturday. We always on our road work in the morning. No, like for now, we do it in the night. Like around 7 p.m. or 8 p.m., we always go for running, like 60 minutes, easy running or sometimes sprints, interval sprints. Every day, we start at 12 p.m. with our boxing sessions.
Hmm.
Like Tuesday, Thursdays, we always do sparring, hard sparring every 2 years. We're fighting for our life in that ring every time. The rest is just technique. Like we watch the sparring, we watch where were our mistakes, what was good, and everything, and we try to perfect it to make our mistakes better. So to work on them, so
Hmm.
we don't do the same mistakes again.
Oh, wow. A lot of people see boxing and, other combat sports as a physical game, but it's
Yeah,
very much mental as well.
yeah, it's mental. Yeah,
Yeah. So
seventy
you
percent, eighty
you
percent.
need that fight IQ.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because sometimes you are fighting with somebody who is probably equally as skilled,
yeah.
who
So you need this one to
is also
survive.
hungry, right? Well, you need this, you need this.
Like I always said, it takes balls to enter the ring. It
Mm,
takes hard to fight, but
mhm,
it takes intelligence to win a fight.
mm. Nice, nice. That is Christian the Real Deal Oshodi. 2025. Mark that down. Write that on the wall. Write that on the wall. Whoa, boxing is called the sweet science. It's also a business. So the
Yeah,
business and the science of boxing. So we talked about how it's a mental game. And of course, you talked about how you always have to train your mindset
always
even before
24.
stepping into that ring, right? And the sport of boxing is evolving over time. I can speak for MMA, right? Because I am a nerd of the sport. I see how, because he started in 1993. First of all, we had the jiu-jitsu guys dominating, then we had the era of wrestlers dominating. We now had an era of strikers,
I
flashy
cannot tell you
strikers,
where.
yeah, dominating. I'm tired of talk doing this to me. This is very, very unfair. Are you able to hear me?
Ah,
Can you hear
No,
me?
yeah.
I
Yes,
am
yes.
literally frustrated. I am literally tired of talk doing this to me. I don't deserve this. I don't ever owe you guys for a day, for a second, for a nanosecond. You get your money. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna sue some people to court very soon. And this is
But I'm not
very.
seeing you clearly.
What did you say?
I'm not seeing you clearly.
Oh, you cannot see me clearly. Oh, wow.
No,
Interested. Let me see. What should I do? I could turn off my
but I think it's
camera.
still loading because
Okay,
you are
it's
at 7% now.
okay. Man, no thanks to the internet as well.
Yes.
So, are you able to see me? I think previously you said you were not able to see me clearly. Are you able to see me clearly?
Now not.
No.
No, no. You are on 6% now. I think it's still loading.
That's loading. I was trying my mobile network, right? So I had to like restart the what do you call it, the broadband. Well, I am like really upset about this. I am very upset. Very upset. These guys, they make good money off me. That's just what I'm gonna say. They make good money off me. So you can't be making good money off me and be ripping me off. That's the height of being unfair. I don't find that funny at all in any way, shape, or form. That is all shades of unfair.
I think you know. You hear me?
You can see me now, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
still the same.
am I blurry?
Yeah, you're on 2% now.
I'm
So
2%.
it's still loading.
Jesus.
Now 4.
Ah, Jesus Christ. No way. Talk. I'm laughing, but when I go collect, no way. Tomorrow, these guys are going to hear from me. They are going to hear from me big time. I am always very upset with this kind of incompetence from service organizations. It's not fair. Like, I don't take it lightly at all. I don't take it lightly at all. Because you know the funny thing with service organizations, right? If you miss your direct debit, if you dare miss your direct debit by just one day, you get your service cut off. If you miss your direct debit for just one day, it's not going to be funny what they will do to you. So if you guys can act in such a way, right, you should ensure that you make me a satisfied customer. I have no reason why I shouldn't be satisfied. You make good money off me. They make good money off me. So if you're not able to provide me the service that I need, I probably would have to go next door and, take my account to a competitor of yours who's able to give me what I need, what I want. I said earlier, what would happen if this was an interview with Donald Trump? This is the same exact thing you would do to me. It's very unfair. It's very unfair. I don't ever owe you money. I do what I need to do, and you make me look bad in front of the world. That is not good. That is not good. You're gonna hear from me soon. See you in court soon because they're spoiling my own bread while making their own bread. No way. So what percentage do you have me on your end?
42 now.
42.
44.
Oh, 45. Hmm. Interesting.
Going slowly.
So,
But I can see you better.
oh,
I can see you good.
okay, you can see me better now. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. Wow, these guys have just hacked their way in ensuring that they distort the flow of my conversation. But no worries, right? Yeah, I was talking about the evolution of the sport of boxing. Yeah, I think that's where I left off. And I was comparing it with the MMA evolution. I said jiu-jitsu used to dominate. At some point, wrestling started dominating. I had the guys from striking backgrounds like Conor McGregor, Isola Adesanya. But now we're seeing guys that are well-rounded now dominating. That is not just people with a particular kind of background, right? Dominating in boxing. I know there was that time where the Mexican fighters were dominating, the Cuban fighters also had their fair share of dominance. And America has always been dominating the sport of boxing as well.
Yeah,
And in MMA, we like to say styles make fights, right?
for
So,
sure.
so what do you think separates a good boxer from a great boxer?
I think a great boxer will always remain a student.
Mm,
He's always willing to learn.
mm,
He always keeps working hard. A good boxer, just like, yeah, he will stop learning. Thinks he knows it all. That's where the progress will stop.
Mm.
That's when I think so.
But then, like I said earlier, styles make fights. So what styles exist in boxing that you think are probably effective or efficient or have actually been successful over time in boxing?
It's very difficult because I think if the way somebody can use his style,
Mm-hmm.
that's the person that's who's gonna win because maybe your style might work on this person,
Yeah, it might
but
not
might
work on
not
another
work on the other
person. Yeah,
person. And it's always different. Like you see, like Muhammad Ali be winning a lot of times, but he got knocked down by Joe
Joe
Frazier.
Frazier.
And like Tyson too, he was running guys over, but was still getting outclassed or outboxed by Evander Holyfield. Like,
Yeah, and I think
but
there was a
Doctor,
certain Douglas who beat him. I think
yeah,
Douglas
yeah,
was the
Buster
first person.
Douglas.
Yeah,
You know, it's
it's
different. You have to put your style on the other person. You have to be willing to. But I think the boxer that can adjust in the mid fight because sometimes you try to fight your style, it doesn't work. You have to adjust. You have to have a new plan.
Hmm. Let's talk about the stances, right? You're either orthodox or southpaw, right?
Mm,
But for me, my fighting philosophy, I like switch stance.
you like okay.
Yeah, I like to switch stances because there are times where you discover that your jabs are not popping.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, if I'm right-handed, so automatically I am orthodox. But I like to switch stance to southpaw because most people are orthodox to start with, and my jabs can pop better from a southpaw stance because I'm definitely using my right hand for the jabs, right? So it's going to be
Mm,
hurting you, and if I'm throwing more volume of jabs, right, I'm breaking you down, I'm wearing you down systematically. I don't need to be throwing, the heavy hooks for me to break you down. You get it right because
yeah,
some people are always, shopping for that heavy-handed hook, and sometimes it never
yeah,
comes throughout the whole fight.
yeah,
But if you break that person down with your jabs, sometimes the jabs can win you the fight.
yeah, sure. That
So
is very important. Number one point.
so what's your take? What's your philosophy like? What do you think is like really important when it comes to switching things up within a fight?
Depends on the fight. It's just different. But like you said, jab is very important because it opens the door for you
Yes.
for everything.
Yeah.
For everything. That's why you always need it. Without the jab, the door will stay closed.
Mm, mm. And
And you always
sorry, I was going to say some people are headhunters, some people are belly snatchers. So,
yeah.
what
I
do you
like
prefer?
the body from body.
Yeah,
Body better.
yeah,
The head with
body
that.
snatcher, bro. So, like, you need to perfect that craft. And some people are very crazy with lever shots. Okay, so
Yes.
once you get the lever shots correct, man, you're gonna disable
Wow.
body.
Like there was a time I was always perfecting my liver shot,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw that I was stopping most guys with
Mm,
the liver shot. I always thought that my left hand is weak because I'm a right-hander,
mm-hmm.
and then I started knocking guys out with liver shots
Mm.
with left hooks. Then after that, I started training the right hand more precise. I started knocking guys out with the right hand, so I can knock everybody out.
Oh, yeah. So you kind of train to that point where it now feels like you are ambidextrous.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
wow,
really,
that's interesting. Training over time, and it comes to the law of hard work.
yeah,
You've put in a
every
lot into this craft, and bro,
everything.
I just wish for the very best for you. You're connected to Lois Boxing Pro, and I think that's
Yes,
Senseboy as well. And how about
yeah.
Felipe Boxing Gym as well? Okay. So
That's
like,
how cool.
how
Felipe
these guys
online.
actually helped you to advance your development?
Like Henry Lewis, he lives in Vienna.
Okay.
I think three years ago, I was like every weekend I was always driving to Vienna, 2 hours to
Mm.
just get my training in every Saturday, to spar, to learn new things. Because he's a good coach. He has a lot of experience in boxing. He trained and boxed as well. So he was teaching me new things, and he always wanted me to go pro. And then I had my break for 3 years, where I was not motivated, job and everything, private problems. So, but I still, after that, I still kept coming back to Vienna, and Henry always saw me working hard. After my pro debut, he sent me to the States for the first time last year in Florida, Miami, in Casado, to Herman Casado. I fought on national television for the first time after the training camp and put on a good show, had a good opponent, won the fight. After that, he put me under his wings, under his promotion, and since then, he's been taking care of me. So, shout out to Henry Lewis.
Wow, shout out, bro. And of course, greater things, are in the pipeline, by God's grace.
Yeah.
Whoa. You talked about that 3 year layoff, right? Sometimes you have injuries, you have setbacks, they're a very big part of every elite level athlete's career. So your own major challenges, how were you able to find a way to overcome them?
So let's pray to God.
Mm,
Every day I was praying to God, and I was always making a way out. Like something bothered me, like it's just different. Something bothers me. I don't go outside to look for any distractions. I don't go and drink. I don't do drugs because aside from my own family, that's just self-destruction.
mm,
So sometimes if I'm bothered, depends on what. I just type in Bible, like I don't know. This is bothering me. What should I do? That's not just to
Oh.
calm my mind, not to let my aggression out. Because I've been seeing people distracting themselves with all family members. Most of them are in prison 10 years, 20 years. The other ones, drug addict, can't even talk well. The other ones are destroying themselves with alcohol and everything. And I've been noticing that since when I was a child. And I'm always thinking about that. Like,
That will never
if
be
I do the
me.
same thing, yeah, it's just for nothing. Doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. Somehow God blessed me uh, to think different since when I was a child because I don't even know how to just like that. No siblings, nobody that I could take advice from. Another main thing was that every person when I was a child, everyone that I looked up to, either he's in jail now
I'm sad.
or drug addict or dead.
Mm,
So at some point, I started just to believing in myself. I was thinking, man, I'm my only best friend because people come and go, no matter who.
just a
That's
circle of
just,
life.
yeah, yeah. That's if something happens to me now, I'm here with my own mind. Nobody's helping me.
Mm,
And even through the difficulties, I was always with myself, with my own mind. It's when you overcome the adversity that people start looking at you and start admiring you. But
exactly.
when you're
That's
in
very
a
true.
dark state, nobody cares
It's
because
tough.
everybody has their own problems too.
Yes, yeah, that's actually very true. And like the natural instinct of human beings is self-preservation. So they would always, want to preserve themselves first before they, go out to help anybody. So, and that's one of the reasons why I said earlier, like we always need to appreciate people, especially like parents who were able to sacrifice, different things to try to help us to chat a way in life. It's not really easy as a human being, especially when you are a minority where you grew up.
Mm,
It's like
where nobody understands you.
according to Sense Boy, life is already leading you like 6-0.
Yeah, what
you know,
is yeah,
you're starting from behind.
yeah,
So, you're Nigerian, you're Austrian as well. So that mixed identity. Do you represent both countries, or do you?
yeah, I do represent both
So
countries
you have both
because
flags.
yeah, because my Nigeria is my culture, but also helped me to be where I'm at today.
Mm-hmm.
because it made a lot of things easier for me.
Yes, definitely. We can't even just start delving into that. We know. If you know, you know. Many young
Yeah.
athletes they look up to, champions like yourself. So, like, what advice do you have for aspiring boxers, aspiring young athletes trying to make, their way into the elite scene?
What advice do I have for them? Always be sharp in your mind.
Mm,
Go and work. Save your money.
mm,
Don't let anybody talk to you anyhow, no matter who. Because at the end of the day, you are your best friend. It doesn't matter if it's the president that say you will achieve it or not. You are your own president. Because I look at people the same. I don't care if
mhm.
it's I don't know if it's small people with no name or president. For me, everybody is the same. Boxing also um take care of the business side.
Mm,
Read about the business side,
very,
not
very
only
important.
because, yeah, because a lot of boxers in Austria, especially, they just train. They are very good fighters, but they know nothing about the business,
Mm,
and that's why they don't earn any money. And that's why that was the reason why I had my 3 years break off to where I was starting to learn everything about the business and what's really the point. Because I was winning every fight, I was training hard, but I was not getting rewarded the way I should.
interesting. That's actually very, very brilliant of you to have actually chipped in as a big brother in the sport. But we are Africans and we're partly Africans. What do you think is missing in African boxing? So, like, how do you believe the sport can actually grow in the African region?
I don't really know much how it works there, but Science Boy told me that there's not a lot of opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand because for everything in Africa you need money, big money. And sometimes Sense Boy would be telling me that he's training twice a day, and I will ask him, bro, how are you able to train twice a day? Because it's very difficult. When I was in Nigeria, every time that I wanted to train, we always had to drive to the place, and everything costs money. And if you don't give driver money, you're not gonna take you anywhere.
Money for hand, back for ground. That's the lore.
Everything you need money. So I don't know. It's very, very difficult. Nigeria mostly.
So basically, we need people who would finance these athletes. We need people who would identify the talents, right? And of course, we need competitions as well, right? Because without competitions, we really can't identify talents. So that goes out to people who have that funding, who love Africa. Let's try to invest more in sports because there's a lot of potential in sports. There is a lot of potential, and of course, even by way
Yeah,
of our genetics, we are actually naturally blessed to be very, very, what I say, competitive, and to be able
yeah.
to achieve a lot when it comes to sports, be it, our combat sports, football, basketball. The
It's
Nigerians,
everywhere.
yeah,
Nigeria is
yeah, even athletics as
always
well.
among them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have really,
And I
really.
also noticed when I was there that Nigeria is actually a great country if somebody would help them. Because you can
Yeah.
achieve everything there. Like when I was there, when I was traveling around Nigeria, I was like, man, even in Nigeria, with help, I can achieve more in boxing than in Austria.
Hmm. Interesting.
We have over 200 million people.
Yeah, that's a massive population.
Yeah, this people would, I don't know, at the end of the day, it's the politics. So,
Oh,
because
that's
people they are trying,
yeah,
people
that's
are
like a
trying.
story for another day, bro.
Yeah,
Uh, we we,
people are trying.
we can have like a whole podcast series on that. I'm telling
It
you,
never ends.
I'm telling you. But for you, do you like have any long-term goals outside of boxing and the being like maybe coaching, mentoring,
Yeah,
contributing to the sport?
I'm already coaching because I have my Oshodin fitness boxing
Hmm.
company where I do personal training with people, one-on-one sessions, and I try to after that maybe I'll have a boxing club or something like that because that's the only place where I feel free where I can just be myself.
Express yourself.
I, I think that even my girlfriend told me I need a job where it's not based on money, on helping people, because the other thing, helping people really makes me feel happy.
You're more
Because I
concerned
do
about the
work in a company.
impact.
Yeah. I did work in a company before. I was my own boss. Where I was a fitness boxing instructor, and I was like, yeah, man, I'm coaching now, and I can help people learn boxing, and people really wanted to learn. It was fun. It was cool. But the manager was like, hey, we need money. We need money. Fuck the people. Just let them send it. Just let them send it contract. The people come to train like 2 times a week or something like that, 2 times, 3 times, and they've been doing the same program all over again. Just
That's wild.
the same warm up, the same program. He was just focusing on the money.
Yeah, like people are more concerned about money these days, and it's not easy. You can't entirely blame people like that
Yeah,
because yeah, money is important, but I
yeah,
think that
sure,
that's
but
like a short-term perspective because if you are focused
that's the
on
thing.
impact, you will make money in the long run.
That's the point. That's the thing.
You will make
And
money in
that's
the
why
long run.
then after 2 years, I stopped working there, and I know all the people wanted to come and train with me,
Oh wow.
and
Wow. It's always important to like do the right things.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
even when it's difficult. I've actually like noted that down over time, I would say. But we want like a few takeaways from you because your story has actually been inspirational to say the least. So what would you say has been the most defining moment of your career so far?
Mm,
It's a tough one. So you feel like you've had like
yeah.
many moments that, have actually inspired you. But there will always be that moment where you feel like probably that's like a make or break for you. And you would always look
think
back to that as a fond memory. Like, yeah, this is that moment that really defined and shaped
Yeah,
my trajectory.
I think it was that fight where I was knocked down for the first time.
Hmm.
That was like, man, I had so many fights, I had so many sparrings.
Hmm.
Nobody can touch me. That is what
That
happened.
is a defining moment. Like,
Yeah, and
there's
that,
there's something with losing, right? It humbles you and
yeah,
it builds character in you.
it takes you back.
You can't always be winning all the time. Like you're human.
Yeah,
Like when you lose in life, there's just it's a good thing, but I think a lot of people see it as bad. And
yeah,
that,
it's
that
something like
that's a
that. You
that's
have
a
to
wrong
grow.
perspective. You need to
Yeah,
learn, how to be on the receiving side, how to be on
yeah,
the
yeah,
other side. You learn from failures. There's this
yeah.
book I think by John Maxwell. It says sometimes you win, sometimes you
You
learn.
learn.
Yeah, like
Yeah, after that,
you don't.
after I got knocked down, I was like, in my mind, yeah, now I have to show them who I am. To show them who I am now. After like 1 or 2 minutes, I knocked him down.
Wow,
So it was
close,
like, yeah.
close
And,
fight.
and you know, I've been winning most of my fights, but hard fights, especially that fight, I gained more respect from the people that
Mm,
were watching because I showed them true character, true heart, and that is what a real champion needs.
yeah.
Because I always think it's easy beating on people, but what do you do when the bullets hit back?
Mm,
So some might run, some might shoot back. So it's very, very important because that shows the true character you are.
never back down.
Don't give
Never.
up.
Yeah, it shows that true resilience. It's easy to talk, but when you need to walk to talk, and when you're tired, when you've taken damage, that hurts, man. That's when you and
What you need.
the funny thing is when you face a certain tough circumstances, especially when it comes to like fighting, you know in your head that you're tired, you know in your head that you are down in this fight, but your mind is pushing you like I am
Yeah, yeah.
me odigba
You're already
say I don't go agree. And when you're done with that fight, ask yourself, was that me in there?
yeah. Now when I'm done, I'm like, um,
it,
just feel
it makes you
satisfaction.
learn more about yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes you really don't know that you can go that far until you
Until you have
until you go that far. And then you're like, man, guy, you're a beast. Wow. So if you could go back in time and give advice to your younger self, what would that advice be?
it's tough. Don't even know.
Wow, that's a tough one.
Yeah, tough one because I always be conscious of what I was doing. But yeah, maybe could have stick in the office job more to get
Why?
my money right. To
Oh,
get my money right before because I started later to be saving
okay,
money and everything.
okay,
So
I
that's why
see.
everything took a little bit longer.
No, I see, I see, I see. Wow, interesting. So your Instagram is it what's the Instagram handle?
Oshodin 100.
Oshodi 100.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So you guys can follow this guy. But before I let this man go, I have a quick fire round for you. Right. So I have how many questions? Let me see, probably about 10, 15 questions. You don't need to think too hard. Just give a simple answer to the question. So if you had to fight one historical figure, who would it be and why?
Anybody.
Yeah, anybody in time.
No,
You don't want to fight Mike Tyson.
I don't even like to fight anybody at all. So
Muhammad
no, I
Ali,
don't pick a fight. Nah, no, the
Joe
legends. So never
Joe
fighting it.
Frazier,
Nah,
Sugar Ray
no,
Leonard,
nah. Too
Roberto
much respect for them to
Roberto
fight them.
Duran. Okay. Let's keep on that one. So, punching power or speed, what's more important?
Speed. But what you're gonna do? Because if you have punchy power, what are you going to do if you don't land?
Hmm, interesting. So you take speed over punching power. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go. So, what's your favorite Nigerian and Austrian dish? Let's go.
Nigerian, I hate everything. I like pounded jam. I hate
Mm, bad guy. And what soup? What soup? What soup?
with egusi.
Ah, man.
Egusi, I love egusi soup. And Austrian dish, man, I like.
Or schnitzel.
Yeah, you have to Google it. I cannot
I've heard
explain.
of it before. It's called no,
Schnitzel.
schnitzel, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
a SCH something T. Then there's a
Yes,
ZEL.
yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I
Interesting.
love it.
I've heard of that. So, if you weren't a boxer, what sport would you be doing?
Maybe another crazy sport like kickboxing or Thai boxing, something with hands.
You don't want to do you don't want to do MMA. What do you think about MMA?
Nah, I like MMA, but I don't like grappling.
You don't like
I don't
grappling.
like grappling.
Oh,
No,
I
I
see.
hate it. We had a G2 gym in our place. I never went there because I don't like anybody rubbing on me with their sweat and everything.
Oh, I see. So, dream fight, past or present boxer, who would you love to go against?
I don't know.
What's your dream fight, even amongst like the athletes that you have that are your current competitors? Who would that be?
Don't know.
Okay,
I
you know,
just fight everybody I have to.
say just give me location. You're like Khabib the Magomedo.
Location, everybody.
I fight
Everybody that stands
anybody.
in you.
Let's see. So, one song that hypes you up before a fight.
There's not a special song that hyped me up before fight.
Okay, so what would you say? Okay, what kind of music do you listen to? Let's even go there.
I listen to hip hop and I listen to Afrobeats,
Oh,
Nigerian music
okay,
too.
interesting. Afrobeat. So,
Always different.
who do you say I like your top five artists?
Like Burna Boy,
Burner,
Whiskey,
Wizkid,
Davido.
Davido.
For now, I like Ashake.
Nice. That's the name I was waiting for. If not, if not, I'm not going to publish your podcast. That's our guy. Ashake is really, really talented. And interestingly, we all went to the same uni, Ashake.
Yeah.
Like, there were really, really brilliant guys in our uni at the same time. Ashake, Fireboy, Checkboy, Chinko Ekun. We had like really, really talented guys. There's even this guy, I don't know the state name he goes by right now, Zamora. Yeah, I think he used to go by the name Virus before. Yeah, but I think he goes by Zamora right now. Really, really fantastic, highly talented guy. So we had like really talented individuals in Obafemi Awolowo University. Shout out to Great Ife guys. They're killing it.
Mm.
Even comedians as well. They have like, yeah, really talented guys. So
Mm-hmm.
Afrobeats, it's really wonderful how the world is now celebrating Afrobeats and
Yeah.
identify with Nigeria and Nigerians, and everybody wants to be Nigerian all of a sudden.
Before there was
And,
nothing.
and it's why Afrobeats are jollof rice. Wow. Wow. So, you like Ashake? Give me one more person you like.
I like Tiwa Savage.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I was thinking like, come on, like gender equity. You know,
Tiwa
let's have
Savage.
some gender balance. Like Tiwa Savage. Is there any other like females that you like in the Afrobeat scene?
Not special. Not special.
Just Tiwa Savage.
Yeah.
Okay.
But sometimes I just like to listen to good music. But Tiwa Savage is one.
Hmm.
I really like her music. Yeah.
You know, she sang one song. Somebody's song go find me someday.
Yeah.
I hope somebody's daughter has found you. Oh, so okay, knockout or unanimous decision, what's more satisfying for you?
I think unanimous decision
Why?
to be real because after a hard fight, you be there, you don't know who will win, and
Hmm.
then all of a sudden you raise your hand. Like if you said knockout, you already know you've won.
Hmm.
It's like, yeah, I'm just waiting to get raised, but UD is different.
How about a split decision? Your heartbeat. I just wanna like, okay, this
Heart
is
speed is not the
Judge
answer.
Judge A scores it 119 to 116 Oshodi. Judge B scores it 118 to 117 for fighter B. And the winner by split decision, we
That's
just
crazy.
C scoring at 119 to 116 is Christian, the real deal. Oh, Shorty. It's crazy. I don't know. Would I say the anticipation? And it's not just on your end, on the other person's end.
Yeah,
Both people
yeah.
feel they have
Same.
possibly won. I don't want
And then the other one of them we say foolishness.
I don't want to be on the end of a split decision. But I think maybe for me, I think a KO will be more satisfying. I just want to know.
Kill.
I just want to know I got the job done. I don't like suspense.
Yeah,
Oh, so
because even in the unanimous decision, something can happen also.
yeah. So I don't like the suspense at all. I don't like to leave my
And to the
success
judges.
to the judgment of individuals. I like
Yeah,
I like to take it in my own hands. So
yeah.
I think I'd have preferred a kill myself, but I'm not you. So they say the one thing you always do before a fight. Yeah. So what's one thing you always do?
Let's do my cross sign.
Oh, interesting. Good
I'm
one. Good
finished.
one.
Now it's time for war. If I die, I die.
Whoa, kill or be killed. Number 9 says who hits harder, Austrian or Nigerian fighters?
I never fought a Nigerian, always part them, but depends on the individual itself. Who trains harder, who is more gifted, just different.
So would you say you've seen more gifted guys on the Nigerian side or the Austrian side?
There are not a lot of Austrian boxers, so really, really Austrian boxers in Austria. They're more international. So,
Oh, okay. I
so
see.
that's,
I see. I see. Not Austrian.
yeah, like when I was in the national team of Austria, there was no one single Austrian guy.
Wow.
Everybody was having different rooms, so
So the different, what do I say,
different
ancestry? Yeah,
nationalities.
different
Yeah.
ancestries, but nationality is Austrian. Interesting stuff. So I'll give that to Nigeria. So if boxing had a tag team, so who would you pick as your partner?
I would pick one of my best friends, Magomed.
Magomed. Wow,
Yeah.
those guys from that side of the world, Russia, the former USSR, the likes of Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan. I don't know
Yeah.
what is in their DNA. They are usually unusually strong.
Different mentality, different upbringing.
Oh, wow. So anytime I see a name that ends with a V,
Right?
anytime I see a name that ends with a V,
Uh, you know,
no Magomedov, I mean, Russian, Kazakh, Uzbekistan looking name, I try to give you some respect. Okay. God bless you, brother. Oh, damn. So, describe yourself in 3 words, just 3 words. So, what 3 words would you describe yourself in?
Loyal, respectful, calm.
Calm. Hmm,
Yeah.
nice one. It's nice to be you right now. So, what's your go-to cheat meal? We know
Man,
we know you have to eat healthy, but when you want to eat unhealthy, when you
pizza, but
pizza.
sometimes there's this. I ate 2 pizzas a day.
Now you're making me hungry for a pizza. It's been a while since I ate a pizza. Okay, so as soon as I'm
Really,
done with this interview, I'm going straight
yeah,
ahead.
right.
I'm going straight ahead to order a pizza. Thank you for the reminder. It's been a while. Okay, so if you had to coach one celebrity in boxing, who would it be?
I know. Maybe 50 Cent.
Well, interesting. Nice choice. The guy is quite, well built, and
Yeah.
but muscles don't make fighters.
But he used to box when he was a teenager.
Oh wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Who was saying something like, there was a fighter who was fighting another muscular fighter, and then he was telling the guy, I'm not afraid of you. This is not a bodybuilding contest. And of course, yesterday, there was UFC Fight Night. There was this
Mhm.
guy, the two guys in the main event are Jared Cannonier versus what's his name? Rodriguez. I've forgotten the guys. Gregory Rodriguez. So Gregory Rodriguez is the taller, more muscular guy. His nickname is the RoboCop. Damn,
Mhm.
that fight was crazy.
Really.
RoboCop, he stunned Jared Cannonier in the first round. And I told people, I do MMA analysis. I contribute to the African Fighters podcast as well. So I picked Jared Cannonier to win, but a lot of people were picking Robocop to win because he looked
Mhm.
scarier. But technique, styles make fights. So Jared was able to weather the storm in the first round and he was able to rally back. And I think he knocked out Robocop in like the fourth round.
Okay.
The he was the taller guy. So the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Wow.
So they say. So one thing people don't know about you. What's that?
They don't know I like to sing and dance the whole time.
Oh, wow, sing.
Because mostly when I'm out, I always only feel free when I know somebody's heart. Like with my friends, my small group of cycles, I'm
Mm.
a really different person. Or with my girlfriend, I'm a different person. But if I'm outside with people, might be nice, I might be cool with you, but I'm not all
Oh, yeah,
100% me.
yeah. You don't unveil your shell. So
Yeah,
you're more like, did I say you're an introvert, right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
you could be an extroverted introvert if you're around the right people.
Yes,
Hmm. Interesting
that's
stuff.
true.
So the last quickfire question is, if you could have any superpower in the ring, what would it be?
Think one blow knockout.
Yeah, one punch KO. That is what I was waiting for. One punch KO, no time. When you're in that 11th round or 12th round, and you know that, man, I need to dig deep, and I'm not sure if I leave this into the hands of the judges. And there you go. That hook,
Finish the job.
that power hook. That would be nice to have. That would be really, really nice to have. Wow. And of course, what is actually more nice to have is it was actually very nice to have you on the podcast today. I'm very,
Thank you.
very grateful for your time. I like to tell people, if you share your time, you're sharing your life, because life is measured in time. And you're my Nigerian brother. I was very, very happy to connect with you. Of course, I wish you the very best, the very best, for your fights, the very best for your career, the very best for your businesses, more money, more health, more wealth for you. And of course, do you have a shout out to give to anybody before we let you go?
Yeah. Shout out to Henry Lewis
Wow.
for bringing me this far. Shout out to all my teammates back then in Austria. To my girl.
Wow, yeah, you said it. That wow,
Oh,
you've had just one girlfriend for how many years now? You said like 3 years or so.
3 years. Three
Wow,
years.
wow. I wish
Together
I,
for
I I
three
wish you
years.
guys the very, very best. Like she's been keeping
Thank
it
you.
keeping it real with the real deal. Of course, if you guys have actually come this far on the podcast, please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your families, share with your foes. Your enemies also deserve good things. So thank you very much, guys. I'll always work, tirelessly to bring to you fantastic individuals, share inspiring stories, get educational content. So thank you very much for the support. You can also join the channel and be a member. It's peace and love from me. God bless you guys.
And shout out to my authentic brotherhood back in Austria too.
Whoa. Wow. Nice, nice, nice. And of course, shout out to Sense Boy. Shout out to Sense
Yeah,
Boy, my
thanks for
guy. God bless you,
the
bro. God bless you, bro. We are out.